Thank you for joining us today and for taking the time to learn a little bit more about the Wake Robin community. It's a special place to both staff and residents here, and I'm excited to share more about our community with you. First, a little about myself so you know who I am and who's telling you about all this good stuff today. So, as Mariah said, my name is Morgan. I am the recruiter and the workforce builder here at Wake Robin. So, what that means is I really get to talk about Wake Robin all day. I love Wake Robin. I've been here for 3 years in this position. An interesting story, I actually started as a server, then I was at the front desk, and now I've been in HR for 3 years. And it's a very common story here at Wake Robin, which is really unique. But I get to talk about Wake Robin and why it's such a great place to work and recruit people to join us here on staff. The other portion of my job is to do the workforce building component, which is a lot of staff communication and a lot of staff training and development, which I will also get a little bit more into later on. So you're probably wondering what Wake Robin is. There's a nice link in the chat if you want to head to the JobsInVT page and read our bio. That's also how you'll apply to jobs. But for those of you who haven't read our bio yet, Wake Robin is a continuing care community. And what that means is residents are moved to Wake Robin and there's a continuum of care. So it starts in independent living, transitions to residential care, skilled care, and our long-term memory care unit. What's really unique about Wake Robin is residents make the decision to live here and retire here long before they need skilled nursing. So everybody actually starts in independent living. When you picture the Wake Robin campus, which I'll explain, you can kind of picture like a small college campus. It's its own property, sort of up on a hill. We have a beautiful view. We're located in Shelburne, Vermont, by the way, for those of you who don't know. We've got a beautiful view of the Adirondacks and Lake Champlain, and we've got about 4 to 5 miles of our own hiking trails. And the campus, how it's set up, is there's different apartments or cottages where all of our independent living residents choose to live. And then we have our large community center building. In our community center is where our skilled nursing facility is. It's also where a lot of the staff offices are. That's where I am right now. We have multiple dining services and places to eat. We have a fitness studio. We have a pool. We have a very large meeting room where our weekly meetings happen. So there's a lot going on at Wake Robin. And again, all of the residents that live here start in independent living. So they're either living in the cottages or the apartments, but they're coming to the community center to dine, or they're coming to the community center to meet their friends for an activity in the fitness center or for a meeting in the meeting room. So what that means is they're really familiar with the campus and they're familiar with where the skilled nursing facility is. They really get to know the staff. Maybe they meet them in the lunch line. Maybe they serve them at dinner. And what that means is by the time that they're ready to transition to skilled nursing, which sometimes for them is 10 plus years, some of them can live here independently before that transition is necessary. By the time they make that transition, they're comfortable in the community. They know where they are. They know the staff who are going to be taking care of them. They know maybe their neighbor in skilled nursing used to be their neighbor in independent living, so they know each other. So that's sort of a unique model here at Wake Robin. I also want to share with you our departments. You're here to learn about the jobs that we have to offer. And so I want to share with you the departments that help make Wake Robin run, and then where the current positions that we have right now fall under that. A few quick things I also wanted to mention about the campus. So we have 300 residents and over 200 staff, just to give you an idea of how large we are. So for the departments that make Wake Robin run, we have, of course, our health services team. So health services is in our community center for skilled nursing. It has many departments within itself. It has our clinic, so our residents don't need to leave to go to the hospital or like for a checkup or to get their blood drawn. So we can do that all here at our own clinic. And so we have our own nurse practitioner, we have a medical assistant and an RN who run that. Then we have our own rehab team. So we have physical therapy, occupational therapy. Those all fall under health services. And then, of course, the many LNAs, LPNs, RNs, all the nursing staff that take care of the residents in the skilled nursing facility. It also has an activities department. So activities is a group of staff members that get to encourage the residents to get out and join activities. They help take them to and from different activities on campus. We have a salon that they could get their hair cut at, and then maybe they take them to one of the many different dining rooms they can choose to eat in. So our activities team is really fun and really busy with the residents. Another department that we have is environmental services. You can kind of picture that like anything physical at Wake Robin. So think our housekeeping staff, utility staff, maintenance, our security team. We're growing our security team right now. We'll get more into that position if that's something that interests you. Another department that we have is dining services. That's probably one of the larger departments besides health services. Again, I mentioned how that we have multiple dining rooms. So that includes front and back of the house staff. So we have dishwashers, cooks, sous chefs, our executive chef. Front of the house, we have wait staff, floor managers, and then of course, finally, we have our administrative and marketing departments. That's where HR falls into place and our marketing team falls into place. So as you can see, there's a lot of different departments that help make Wake Robin run. And so we have therefore we have a lot of positions, unique positions that you might be interested in. I will tell you what we have available as of today. However, if Wake Robin sounds like a place that is interesting to you and this is a place you see yourself working one day, I love to get resumes and cover letters, even if it's for a general position or you give me an idea of where you hope to see yourself. I always keep those, and I, keep that in mind when a new position becomes available. I look at the pool of people who have already showed interest before I put that out there to the community. So definitely worth reaching out to me if Wake Robin sounds like a place for you, but you don't hear a position that we currently have that fits your skills or your wants. So right now in environmental services, we're looking for housekeepers to work full time. So for us, that's 40 hours. All of our positions at Wake Robin that are 40 hours are 5 days a week for 8.5-hour days. You get a 30-minute break for your lunch or your dinner, depending on when your shift is. And we do a really good job of trying to make those consecutive so that everybody has 2 days off in a row. So our housekeeper position right now is Tuesday through Saturday. That position is starting at $13.20. Some of the positions I'll be able to tell you what we're offering as a starting rate. Some of the positions I won't, because it's going to be based on your years of experience and your background. So again, if you're interested in the position, head to JobsInVT.com and find our profile. You can apply that way. And as soon as I get an application, I always call the candidate and go over the details about the shifts and the rate of pay to make sure it's a match before I move you on to the interview process. So back to the positions that we have, environmental services is housekeeping full-time. Maintenance, we're looking for someone specifically with HVAC certification. That is also a full-time position. And then we are looking for a utility person. That position is also full-time, Tuesday through Saturday. Utility is going to be, and I should have explained housekeeping, I'll go back to that, but utility is a little bit like housekeeping, but more for our public spaces. It also does some general maintenance, light maintenance duties like changing light bulbs, fixing door handles, helping us set up for community events, maybe assisting with a resident move. The housekeeper position is in our skilled nursing facility. We have a group of housekeepers that work in independent living. Those housekeepers are going to be like if you were to hire a housekeeper to come clean your house, things you'd expect them to do. So light housework, dusting, mopping, tidying, that sort of thing. You go to the residents' homes once a week for that, and then like maybe twice a year for a deep clean. The position I have right now is in skilled nursing. That's going to be a little bit more of a sanitary focus versus that neat focus in independent living. So you're going to be, changing the bed sheets daily, cleaning the bathroom daily, doing a little bit more of a daily deep clean. Then the last position I have in environmental services is a security position. This position is exciting, and I mentioned it is growing because of some not so exciting things going on, which you're all aware of is this pandemic. So we have grown our security team because we have created a new role for them at the gate. So part of their shift is now, we never had a gate before. It was an open community, but now we have a gate attendant at the bottom of our drive. It's been really successful, and it's one of the reasons I think that we've been COVID-free this whole time. We're really proud to say we haven't had one positive case here at Wake Robin since the beginning of all of this. We really got into gear pretty quickly, and to be honest, because we're long-term care, in a way we've been set up for this before. Weren't expecting it to be COVID-19. However, we're prepared to stop and prevent the spread of viruses because we're long-term care. So, before it was the flu, now it's just a different virus for us, and obviously a little bit more serious measures are put in place to make sure that both staff and residents are safe and healthy. So the gate attendant, which is also partly a gate attendant, partly a security officer, the gate attendant is at the bottom of our drive. They take the temperatures of everyone coming onto campus, and they ask questions that I'm sure you've all had asked you at this point, who you've been in contact with, any symptoms, if you've left the state of Vermont, those sorts of things. So we do screening questions every day for everyone coming onto campus. The other part of the security position is going to be providing general security and honestly comfort and a feeling of safety to both residents and staff. So we have overnight positions. It's a 24-hour position. So Wake Robin is a 24-hour facility, of course, because of health services. So there are always people here. There are always people working. So there's an overnight position. There's a day position for security. Sometimes in the night, what that looks like is maybe responding to an alarm that went off in health services, or maybe it's an independent resident who has called in. They've heard something that has scared them outside their house and just doing a check on them. Also, in case of emergency, if an ambulance or anything like that were to ever come onto campus, the security team is in charge of managing that situation, not providing care, but actually, making sure that the ambulance knows where to go, that, things have been blocked off that need to be blocked off, the right people are called. The next positions I have are in health services. So we're looking for staff nurse. They can either be an LPN or an RN. We have a full-time position on nights, and we have part-time position on days. Those hours and rates of pay really do vary on your experience. So definitely call me and apply online for more details. I'll be able to give that to you. I can tell you our shift differentials are wonderful. So $2.50 is the shift differential for evening shift, and $4.50 is the shift differential for night shift. And then weekends is another $1.55 shift differential on top of the other ones if you're working evenings or nights. We are also looking for LNAs on the night shift, and we are also hiring for LNA trainees. This is an exciting program, and I think I'm almost up on my time, so I have to move really quickly here. So I don't have much time to talk about the LNA training program. However, we pay you to be certified to become a licensed nurse assistant. So we put you through the course, we pay for your course, we pay you to train, you're clocked in while you're a student. It's a really exciting opportunity, so definitely get in touch with me if you want to learn more about the LNA training program. And then the last position I'll talk about is a wait staff position. So our dining services department is hiring for wait staff, both full and part-time. Shifts really vary. There's a full-time breakfast shift that's 6 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. There's a full-time lunch dinner shift that's 11 to 7:30, and then there's part-time dinner. So anywhere between 4 and 8:30 could be your shift, a couple times a week if you're just looking for that. So lots of positions available, as you can see. I didn't really get to talk into, our response to COVID, although maybe the security position kind of answered some of that for you. I will say every staff member gets a new medical mask every day at the gate. Our health services team, we have a scrubs program, so they don't have to wear their own clothes home that they wore at work. So we brought scrubs for all of our staff. We wash them here. We're still limiting vendors and visitors, that sort of thing. So it is still a closed community. The other thing I didn't get to talk about because I'm running into time, out of time, is our benefits. We have great medical and dental benefits, life insurance, short-term, long-term disability, We have tuition reimbursement program, and maybe some of these will come up in the question and I'll get to talk about them more. But we have a lot of opportunities if you are interested in continuing your education. So we have scholarships, loan forgiveness, tuition reimbursement, those sorts of things. We just rolled out a healthy car fund. If you're having, if you need an emergency car repair, we'll help you pay for that. So lots of fun benefits that besides the typical medical and dental.
Morgan, I appreciate you taking the time and talking about Wake Robin.
My pleasure.